The persecution of Christians or members of any religion cannot and must not be tolerated. And Muslim militant displacement and attacks against Christians in Nigeria, that too must end, and it must end now. I'm sending Israel's Christmas blessings to our Christian friends around the world, and I ask you, know that Israel will always stand with you. From Jerusalem, I send warm greetings to our Christian friends around the world. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. From here, the Holy Land, Israel, the only country in the Middle East where the Christian community is thriving. Israel is the only country in the Middle East where Christians can practice their faith with full rights and in total freedom, where Christian pilgrims are embraced with open arms and are so deeply appreciated, where Christians can celebrate proudly their traditions and openly do so without any fear. In Jerusalem, the city municipality every year officially distributes Christmas trees. It's been doing so for 2 decades. By contrast, a few days ago, in the Palestinian town of Jenin, Palestinians burnt a Christmas tree in the Holy Redeemer Church. That's the difference. Israel stands up for Christians across the region, wherever they face widespread intimidation and persecution. While Israel's Christian population is growing, the Christian population in countless areas across the region has been dwindling due to systematic discrimination and oppression. This has happened in Iraq, it's happened in Syria, it's happened in Lebanon, it's happened in Turkey, and it's happening in the Palestinian Authority. The birthplace of Jesus, Bethlehem, used to have 80% Christian population. That's when we were there. When we left and gave it to the Palestinian Authority, it has since dwindled from 80% to 20%. The persecution of Christians or members of any religion cannot and must not be tolerated. And Muslim militant displacement and attacks against Christians in Nigeria, that too must end, and it must end now. I'm sending Israel's Christmas blessings to our Christian friends around the world, and I ask you, know that Israel will always stand with you.
Repeatedly said it, that one country, an enemy nation, which is Iran, are behind the sponsorship for terrorism all over the world, including Nigeria, where you have the Shiites and the Sunnis, and in Nigeria we have them too.
No, it's a known fact that the Iran sponsors Shiites. Even I can remember vividly under Muhammad Buhari when El-Zazaki was arrested, it was reported that the Iranian president have called, or rather called Buhari severally, seeking to seek diplomatic means to get El-Zazaki out of captivity.
It will be a big surprise now because the world has seen that the entire Igbo nation have been oppressed, suppressed, and marginalized. And politically, they were nowhere to write off. And they have also merited and they are more qualified to ask for their own freedom and sovereignty, and which the world is listening now. See, let me tell you, they might not be able to tell you that there was a time Mossad, when they told you that Mossad is in Nigeria, you remember that when Sheikh Gumi raised an alarm that Mossad has entered Nigeria, people do not understand what it means. I think I made a report on that, signaling something. Everything is being documented now. That's what they are going to use at any point in time if there's any further resistance to stop Biafra from being a sovereign nation. The Israeli government and, of course, in synergy with the US government, have a lot to do in that regard.
What you're saying is that Mossad agents are ready to work in collaboration with Biafra strong.
Of course, I'm not the one that said it. Gumi alerted the world that they are in Nigeria. And people overlook it. This is how they told Nigeria years back. There's this gathering in the north. That's going to be the dome of terrorists in the near future. The Nigerian government ignored it. I think in 2015 or thereabout. That statement was issued by CIA. But the Nigerian government today, what are we facing? So they are here and they are making sure that the things are being guided properly. I'm telling you, there's no two ways about it. The Israeli government have already located their presence from Nigeria completely, because the vice president of Nigeria went to the United Nations General Assembly and backed Hamas. Tinubu backed Hamas. And anybody that's backing Hamas in anywhere in the world cannot stand the presence of Israel anywhere they enter. It is an international policy in Israeli government to make sure that they protect and they find any terrorist anywhere in the world, wherever you are. And one of the reasons why we are rejoicing today is that, they have now gotten the interest. The Israeli government are now interested. And once the Israeli government are now interested in something, they don't just back out. They see to the end of it. And what they are telling Nigeria at this point, and of course the world, there is the massive solidarity for Biafra restoration. And I can tell you that in honest truth.
Finally on this, if there's any piece of advice you have for the man and the Kalu, what would that advice be?
I want to say a celebration, of course. That's a very heartwarming message coming from the Israeli president to the IPOB leader. It means that the Israeli government actually recognized the battle Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing. And that message was directly given to him. Nigeria must break. That's my message. We cannot continue in this calamity. That is a simple thing. Those who feel that they can govern themselves, let them go and govern themselves with their own law and whatever, as simple as that. It is not a must. The British had run away. The British are no longer interested in anything that has to do with Nigeria. They are battling Kestama to leave. Go and watch them. They are going to fail, all of them that stood up against Israel in United Nations General Assembly. And I can tell you that. That's one of the things Jonathan is being celebrated tomorrow, because under Jonathan, they wanted Jonathan to do the same thing. Jonathan refused. And that's why they removed him from office. And today, the world not facing threat from Islamists all over the world. And there is a political and economic aspect of it. Why Israel and America are backing Biafra, because they need an ally in West Africa, a Christian nation in West Africa.
So it means it has been revealed why Israel and America is backing Biafra, because they need an ally in West Africa.
Simple! Of course.
And you think Biafra will play that role?
1 million times! Bro, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a visionary. And he told you, if you want all our rallies, all the IPOB rallies, all the Biafran rallies and all that, you can only see two sensitive flags there. The Israeli flag and the American flag. And that is what our ideology is all about. And that is what we represent.
So it means keeping Nnamdi Kanu is keeping a diplomat, a war diplomat in castration.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has become a global phenomenon. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has become a reference point. The world leaders are today, reference him. Anything they say, they want to celebrate him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has become law and order in a religion that has to do with Biafra. A Christian nation. A Christian nation. And he has made that standard of the United Nations. Non-violent movement. Non-violent movement. He has maintained that. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has never used any arms against any structure of the Nigerian government.
So in a nutshell, what we are saying is that the Biafra as a nation is a dependable ally. That America will be assured.
Now what for you?
Israel will be assured.
Now what for you till tomorrow? There's a reason why the British government is already backing out.
Okay, tell us more.
There's a reason why the British government is already backing out. Okay, they are the one that said after 100 years we can go our separate ways if this unity is no longer working.
So we must lash on to that 100 years to achieve it.
That's what Jonathan wanted to do, to reunite Nigeria, but unfortunately they didn't allow that to happen. So I can tell you, Britain, with what they are experiencing now, can never support anything that has to do with Islamists as a religion. So on that angle now, considering the enormous resources now, we are going to use it to develop, to support our ally. Biafra can never stand alone. Biafra is going to associate himself with other world allies like America, Israel, and other nations who sympathizes with civilization and the reality of human existence. And that's what Biafra stands for. And that's what they will stand for tomorrow. So, both politically and economically, give us a few years from now on declaration. What we're saying, we did not need United Nations referendum. We don't need Nigerian referendum. What we need is the veto power of the United States of America to carry out an executive order and proclamation that from now on, that Biafra is a sovereign nation. Then any other territory that's outside Biafra that want to join should be given referendum. That is all. And that's what they...
No, definitely America have overriding power over UN General Assembly voting, but I think at the first instance, they need to make a proclamation that will subject to voting. It
Okay,
is after the voting
let me tell you.
that they can veto if it didn't go their way.
When they moved the Israeli capital to Jerusalem, how did they do it?
No, there was a voting. When the voting did not get their way,
they've already done
go
that.
their way,
They've already
it.
done that. You know, Rallimore said it very clearly, and Hackett said. The Department of said it very clearly. You know, Ted Cruz said it very clearly. So many of them has come out to take a stand. Arnold Mike said it very clearly. Bro, with what was given to Donald Trump, everything was given him with options. And what are the options? Disintegration of Nigeria is one of the options to save Christians in Nigeria. I quote me.
I think we wait as a panda because for what we understand, the Trump administration is ready to collaborate with Nigeria to end terrorism in Nigeria.
You see, that's what I'm saying, that this thing should not be half-baked. It should be decisively done. It is not a must that Nigeria must be in unity because, you know, they will regroup again. Look at what is happening in the Middle East. After a small space or whatever, you see them regrouping again. After a small space and another, but you see them regrouping again. So the best thing is that since they are insisting on Sharia and insisting on Sokoto Caliphate, give them their. I told you now, from Boko Haram to bandits, from bandits to freedom fighters.
So what we are saying in essence is give Fulani their Sharia and
their own country.
No, and coming. What we are saying is
simple.
What we are saying is give Fulani their Sharia, their Hizbah, and allow Biafra to go.
Simple. That's the only way to stop this infiltration and killing. Because you cannot see a Fulani man in the eastern part of the country of Biafran land and you try to stop him. He will tell you it's one Nigeria. You do not have right to stop him. You see the game now. And the people have already started saying now that they are no longer bandits, they are no longer Boko Haram, they are not ISWAP, they are not IC, they are nothing. No, they are freedom fighters. Mighty Allah issued that statement that what Ahmed Tinubu should be careful any moment from now. Now they should not address those people as terrorists. They are freedom fighters. You can see.
But Tinubu have come out clearly recently to say that if you bear gun, even if you are a Fulani husband, that if you bear gun, you are a terrorist.
Bro, they challenge him. They challenge him. The only group that is not a terrorist organization is the IPOB because they do not bear arms.
But if I may ask, do you support Tinubu when he say if you bear
I do not. I will not support.
Even
Tinubu.
if you are
I will not support Tinubu because
no declaring.
If you are declaring, has it gone through legislation? There was no legislation. There was no legality in it. Nothing is backing it up. What is backing it up? What is backing the statement up? Nothing.
It looked like an order to the security agencies.
Right, let me tell you, it's not an order thing. It's just a mere story to calm the northern structure down because they knew him too is part of the system.
But what do you make of his promise, or rather his position that he had promised Donald Trump, he had promised his
okay, let him go to the United Nations and reverse
to bring about
somebody that is telling you that let him go to the United Nations and reverse the statement. Nigeria made it here concerning terrorist attacks on Israel. Until he still has done that, they will be able to acknowledge his real stand on the issue of terrorism in Nigeria and killing of Christians in Nigeria.
Okay, for you, that's the genesis of the whole issue in Nigeria.
Of course, 100%. Because there's an opening door for them. That's a good handshake for them, to infiltrate anywhere. And since then, they have infiltrated more other communities than ever.
But this story, I must say very big thank you for your time. We hope to have you next time. Because this is a developing story.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.